Hello, everybody. Welcome to what is this Thursday? Oh my gosh, almost to the end of the year. And I'm excited for what messages Spirit has for all of us this evening or this morning, depending on where you're at in the world. Before we get started into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. And if you would like to join me, I definitely welcome that. Whether you're watching this on playback or live, we all meet outside of time and space to send the love to the world. So I'm going to start off just taking a big, deep breath and coming back to right here, right now. Perfect. And then just let that love fall down from the heavens into our hearts, fill us up, and then overflow out to the world. And if you are in need of love in this moment for your heart, your mind, your body, a situation with a loved one, for a loved one, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to do that. Before we jump into the actual readings, I want to just post here. So the weekly energy updates, of course, today's a big day. We started Mercury retrograde full blown. So I'm glad. Blessings over all connections. And here's the playlist for the for each individual zodiac sign for the weekly updates that include that information. And also, this will be the last week that you can enter for the 30-minute free recorded personal reading drawing. And here is the video for that. Not sure what giveaways I'm going to be doing yet. I've been contemplating it, and I just am not being directed in a specific, absolutely way yet. So I will announce when I'm going to have new giveaways and what we're going to be doing. But that is so you can sign up for this week's. And I think that is everything what I wanted to mention out of the readings. I do have a fun one coming out tomorrow, which is what does Spirit want you to know about love in 2023? So pick a card on its way. All right. So let me just get that all set up. Let me get this set up and we will get into the readings. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you had a wonderful, amazing last Thursday of this year. And may you have many blessed ones in 2023. All right. So let me just get that. All right. I think we are all set up. I'm already feeling a lot of energy. Whoosh. All right. So, of course, as always, when we let me just get these cards organized. I go down in order for the chats for the free readings, and so I start at the very top, and I'm going to work my way down. And if you do want to have your reading prioritized and moved to the top or the next reading, then a donation is all it takes of any amount. I don't. I know that we all have different monetary funds these days, varying and even varying among ourselves at times. So whatever energy you give, I do honor that, and I step out to complete those, and then step back in line and continue going down the list. I have been normally being on for 2.5 hours. I'm going to try 2 hours tonight, just trying to balance things in my life. So I'm going to just be on for just 2 hours. So that's what we're going to shoot for tonight. We'll see if I actually keep to it, but that's my goal, is to try to honor that 2 hours. So, all right. So let's get started. I don't see any donations. So we will start off with the first free reading, which is for Billy. Hi. Will your crush find you attractive? Let's find out. And to see what I'm going to use the Naked Heart Tarot to start off. Let's see what Spirit has for you, Billy. All right. So you do have the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, which they call it Movement of Pentacles in this one. So I do feel like there's an opportunity coming up here between your crush and you, but it is slow moving. It takes time to unfold because they also have the Temperance, which is all about timing and patience. I know, right? But in the meantime, while you're waiting, you do have the Ace of Pentacles message here too, that is kind of interwoven in, which the movement of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, is on a quest for the Ace of Pentacles, which is their a new way of looking at their worth in relation to the outside world. And here is the Ace of Pentacles. So you are in pursuit of it and you're finding it, which is good. So this is about um, uh, they kind of are reversing the question on you, Billy. And do you find yourself attractive? Because that's where it starts, right? And so they are looking and having you look at your worth in relationship of, is your self-worth, are you making it based on the outside world, or are you allowing it to be inward and self motivated? So I feel like they're saying, it's going to be time before that happens. In the meantime, look at your own self, because if we don't feel we're attractive, that's the vibe we put out. And if we find ourselves attractive and really see the attractiveness in us, that energy comes out, and that's the energy people pick up on too. But that's what they have for you, Billy. So many blessings to you. I like it. I know it's not really. They get into their little questions, answering questions with questions, and putting it back on us, right? But that's what they have for you tonight. It is for your highest good. That's what they have. So many blessings. All right. Hey, Renee, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for your donation. Hey. All right. So we will step off of the free readings for a moment. And Renee, you are up. So how does your DMK view you? When uh would they be in a relationship? Yay! Well, I'm glad. I'm glad we're all here together, divine appointments. Okay, when are you guys when do I see you guys being in a relationship? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. So, how do they view you? Let's take a look at that first. A little more information on that. Okay. And then when do you see in a relationship? All right. Well, how does he view you? I like this. The star is like a wish fulfillment in the universe. You are the universe, which is an ending of old cycles, beginning of new ones, but also a very victorious type of card. And also, the judgment card is double endings and double new beginnings. Sometimes it's like a calling to a higher self, but that really doesn't fit in with this. I just feel the double endings and double new beginnings, the leaving of old cycles, the old way of being, and moving more into wish fulfillment. So I really feel like when they're looking and perceiving you and viewing you, they really do feel like you are like a wish fulfillment, that the old things that they not old things but the old relationships and individuals they had with the past just felt very disappointing for them, and that just really looks like a wish fulfillment type of feeling. When I asked when, old old people, so you have the this beautiful uh, when do you see you be in a relationship? It's like, well, there is love, so that does tell me that there is the possibility of it with the Innocence of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, which is, this new opportunities rising here. And the Two of Wands is what is really is here. And it feels like there's a fork in the road right now where they're investing their energy in a couple different places, and not people, but places. Like they really have these focus. I feel like, are they recovering from a relationship possibly? Yeah. Yeah, because they've got the Magician card, so they really are focusing their energy. But with that Spirit of Cups, they're really looking at understanding their emotions, balancing their heart and mind. And, the Magician shows that they are stepping into their power. But I feel like that's what they're doing is they're just going back and forth between their heart and mind. But, it's um, it doesn't feel like it's like super, super duper duper fast. It's like they're engaged in doing something with their lives, like trying to recover. Yeah, so they got the Two of Cups. So it is in their mind to have it. Um, yeah, the Two of Cups. I do feel like they would be moving towards you because of the Two of Cups coming up here. Because it came flying out. But it seems like they're just getting some things together. Recovering is what I keep on, not like in recovery, like from, addictions or something like that, more just from a relationship. Because on the bottom of the deck, we also have the Sage, which is the Hierophant. They're getting into understanding what their truth is. They're trying to figure things out, um, and take their time and really, just kind of steady, get things under control, balance. That Two of Wands feels very balanced energy. The King of Cups is very balanced between heart and mind. So they're trying not to rush in their life anymore because I feel like the past stuff that the old cycles, they want to break their old cycles of moving fast and missing the opportunity to really get to know people. That's the whole thing, when we rush into relationships and rush into things, courting and dating the old-fashioned way was pretty good because when you have two differing opinions on things, when you come across the one thing that you have different opinions, you talk it out and you work it out and whatever. And then you go and hang out some more. And then the next one comes up and you deal with it and okay. And you move along in a nice steady thing and you have this bond, this cohesiveness that you work out. But when we move like lightning speed, like we do so many things these days, all those 50 things that you would have went over, 6 months or a year to really work out together all come flying in at once. And that's usually why when we go in fast, it usually explodes, in a lot of cases. So, yeah, so that's what they have for you, Renee. So, thank you so much. Appreciate your donation as always, and many blessings to you. All right. So, we will continue moving down the list. And so Mars, you are up next, and you'd like a general love reading. All right, let's see what Spirit has for you here. All right. Well, it looks like right now, I think this is kind of what's been coming up a little bit for you too, which the Devil card and um, the Spirit, no, the Heart of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. And so the devil card, the shadow, is all about our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets anyway, which is like the sword suit. But they rattle and shake our cage. And so this is basically saying that lately, which is quite true, right? They've been really having you question your beliefs around what a relationship is, it's supposed to be. What am I supposed to be in a relationship? Who am I? Who are they? What? How does it all work? And it shakes and rattles it. It has us challenge our beliefs around things. And you have the Queen of Swords too here, which she rolls over air, but also gets water, and so she reflects on her heart, and it's a balancing of heart and mind, but it's getting to the heart of the matter, going back and forth, understanding it. So, with love, there really is a lot of questioning, a lot of working out of expectations and removal of expectations too, because that's opening the possibilities more. It's opening things more. The more we let go of all the rules and the cage we have ourselves in around supposed to's and should be's and need to be's around relationship. And you got the Spirit of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles, which one of the big things they learn with that Ace of Pentacles in their journey through all the Pentacles, big piece of wisdom is when they were looking for their worth in relation to the outside world, they felt very unstable because they were told, look to relationships, look to situations and things to define you. But relationships, people change, they pass away, they leave. Situations never stay the same, like job, education, social status, things like that. And of course, things like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions break down, deteriorate, explode, stolen. So, all unstable. And so, when we're defining ourself and our worth by the outside world, we feel unstable. But the more we look into and question our thoughts and beliefs around relationship, and we're like, yeah, why do I have all these rules around it? And why am I defining myself by them too? It's all part of that intertwined. And we eventually become tired of the instability of the outside world when we turn inward and upward to find the only stable thing I've ever found in my entire life. In spirit, of course, reinforces it is that it's the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. That's where we come from and what we search for and what makes us feel whole. You know, eternal never ends. That's pretty stable. And unconditional, not one condition, pretty stable. We can't lose it. There's nothing we can do to earn it because we have it already 100%. Nothing we can do to lose it. So it's a very solid foundation. So I feel like what they're having, the general love reading they're having is focusing on that as the mission, if you so choose to accept it, because the more you raise that vibration and let kind of cut away the lower vibrational energies of love, which are the conditions, all those fears of losing conditional love, the more we cut those off, then the higher our vibration goes with love, and then the higher vibrational beings we attract in. Instead of doing what we always did and getting what we always got, we raise our vibration and invite new individuals, new experiences, higher experiences into our life in regards to love and relationship. So that's what they have for you right now, Mars. So that is it. Many blessings to you. Hang in there. Enjoy that journey. You're funny, Renee. Ask as many questions as you want. All right. So, Holly, you are up next for the next free reading. And can your person subconsciously feel the connection? All right. Let's take a look here and see, are they picking up on the lower vibe channels? They're like, there's something going on here. Let's take a look. So, are they picking up what you're putting down? Well, it doesn't seem to be that they're picking it up too much here. Because here is this tower card coming in here regarding this the person, like you're saying. It feels like that something's going to happen here with something being removed out of your life, and it's going to make space for something new to come in. So not sure what this is going to be here. Let me just see if they'll clarify. Is this your person being moved on to something else to make space for something else? Or let's see what we got going on here. No, it actually looks like this is more your energy because you've got the nine of wands, which is any kind of energetic blocks that are going on, and you have the magician card, which is you standing in your power and realizing that one of these wands is your magic wand, that you can remove it to move through. And so I feel like there's something coming here that's just going to change your whole outlook on things, that allows you to move past something. So maybe you discover something around your person and you're just like, really? Well, I don't want that. Because you have the emperor too, which is you stepping in, really taking control. And it's very much like Aries energy, where you are making movement and you are the one that's, creating this fire to move forward. So I feel like there's something significant. I don't feel like they're picking it up at all. I think they are oblivious by what I'm seeing here. And I kind of feel like you realize that, you know, it's like, I don't, whatever this is that happens, it's like you lose interest, or someone else comes in and overshadows them. And you're like, what is that? Whoosh. uh, but there is this huge change coming regarding this connection that you feel you have with them. I feel your connection is changing with them. So I like it, because if you're like, I really like them, and if there's someone else that is so much gets your attention, then boom, yeah, there you go. So that's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So, hey, Alex, thank you so much for your donation. And absolutely, we'll do a love reading here for you. It's funny, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Lover's card. So we'll put it back in there, see what else comes up. But it did definitely catch my eye. So let's see what we have coming in here for you. What do you have for Alex, please? All right, just getting a little more clarification here. It's like, I want that Lover's card back. So for right now, there is some great work that you're doing with the Hermit card here. You are really spending time really looking into your expectations and thoughts and beliefs around a relationship here. I mean, you've got the Innocence of Swords, which is Page of Swords. So new thoughts, new beliefs, but you're using this too to really cut away things that aren't fitting, as you're doing this reflection on relationship and what it's worth and what do I want, and all of that. Because you have the Four of Cups here, which I feel like a lot of this reflection that you're doing has to do with, these other three cups, where the relationships you've had in the past, which you're like, eh, I drank of those cups, but it's like, is it something that you would order again? No, it was okay. But you're looking for something more, which is why I feel like you're doing this inner reflection so deeply, because you have it again here with the Hanged Man, which is a lot like the Hermit cocoon. You've been doing the inner thinking here, because you have the Ace of Swords, which, when you have the Innocence of Swords, the Page of Swords and the Innocent Swords are so much similar in about new thought, new belief, new mindset, really looking into those. And here's the Ace of Swords again, this is Peace of Mind card, which is great, because these are all the old thoughts and mindsets and expectations that got you these other three in the past. So when you did this, you got that. When you did this, you got that. But you're ready for something more. And that's why you're looking higher here and really doing this inner reflection. So they're really urging you to continue to do that, looking into your expectations around what it is you truly want and what beliefs that were created to protect you in the past are outdated and don't need to be there. Because when you do that, they definitely tell you that you have some wonderful things coming with love because you've got the 10, the major 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and the 10 of Pentacles, abundance in the outside world. So, some big change coming that's going to be for you because it's the fortune, it's the tune of for you that even your human side is going to be grateful for it. And it's very much reiterated here with the 10 of Pentacles. So, it is coming. The Wheel of Fortune generally is an indication of sooner than later. It's not like, ugh, you've been doing this work as with the Hermit and with the Hanged Man. You've been doing those, the patience, and maybe not super patient. I know how it is, but but it's you've been patient enough working on your insides, trying to see what you want in life, cutting away. And the more you do the inner work, the faster the outside goes and the faster the wheel of fortune turns for you too. So continue looking into those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets you have about your self-love, what a relationship is supposed to mean, who they're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, and go, maybe I can unrestrict that and make it more open, give the universe more leeway in the how and the who and the what and all that, as long as you know what in your heart what you truly want. Um, but that's what they have for you, Alex. So I like it. I love the two tens at the end. Those are very prominent and abundant cards. So I like it. So again, thank you so much for your donation. That's what they have for you right now. So thank you, thank you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. So Rishi, you are up next, and thank you. I look like I work at Target. So but it's red, it's root chakra evening. And you'd like to know if you were wrong to set boundaries with Amen. So we'll see, was it in your highest experience to set boundaries? Because there is no right or wrong in the spirit world. There's just different outcomes and different uh, impacts on us. And so we'll see here what they have for you here. So we've got the Nine of Swords, which is the Nightmare card, which is the fear of losing conditional love, right next to the Movement of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, really grasping and understanding the fears, but also connecting to the higher realm, which is the truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And so it's really, I feel like this is whittling away at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, fears you have around setting boundaries, right? And so it's like, it's like a kudos from spirit going, way to go on not fearing, at least in the moment, right? That setting the boundary was incorrect. Now that you're rethinking it, you're like, was it wrong? Was it right? Was it wrong? It was perfect, right? Because here you have the Queen of Wands, which the Queen of Wands is someone, which is you stepping into your power and really knowing that you get to choose where you direct your energy. And it's all about how we set boundaries versus if we set boundaries or not, right? So the Queen of Wands, she's usually because she's also got high intuition, usually has a good way of approaching things because being empathic, she gets to feel the emotions of the other person. And so if we're a douche about it, then we get to feel like, oh, I didn't like the way that made me feel, right? But I feel like, because we can be aggressive about it and go, no, I said no. Or we can do it in a loving way where we are like, you know what? Can we talk about this? Because this is how I feel when this happens, you make it about your feelings and not about when you do this, this is how you make me feel. Defensiveness, war, battle, when we kind of approach it in a way of going, you know, when when this situation happens, this is how I feel, and this is how I would prefer to go about it. What do you think? And you make it a conversation rather than a, a military excursion, attack on them. So I'd like that they're very, like, spirit is going, yes, you're cutting away your fears of standing up for yourself and putting up boundaries. So huge kudos for that. And then also you're stepping up into your power, and that's great. And we learn as we go. If you feel that you wronged them on how you did it, then you apologize if you really feel you did. If you don't feel you did, you're good. You're golden. But if you are picking up that I may have been a little harsh about it, then you can apologize. Say, you know what, kind of went a little extreme on that. Sorry, I'm just getting used to doing this because of my past. I got punished putting up boundaries, and so now I'm learning to put up boundaries. Maybe I went a little overboard. And if they're like, oh, you know and you can't, they're going to choose how they're going to choose to respond to it anyway, but you are not wrong to set boundaries at all by these cards. So I like that for you. All right, Rishi, so that is what they have. Many blessings to you. All right, so the next free reading up is going to be Kay. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up you give in the video already. It really does help spread the Zen love. So thank you for being part of that love tsunami. All right. So Kay, do we see you and your ex reconciling? Let's take a look and see what Spirit has for you here. It looks like here that you guys might have had a bit of conflict within your relationship about what your expectations were. Obviously, usually that was with an ex, but there really was significant. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, some significant beliefs here. I almost feel like you couldn't be yourself around them. You couldn't be your authentic self. Kind of like walking on eggshells. You weren't able to really just express yourself. Always afraid that you were going to get some crass remark, or if you didn't do what they wanted to do and be who they wanted you to be, there was always rah, 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 punishment of somehow, either the cold shoulder or mean words or whatever. um, and I just feel like you didn't feel, and that you thought you would lose their support. It's like, you better walk the line, you better, yeah, in fact, you better stay in line with what they're wanting, or there's something to pay there. I feel like there's some unknowns out there with the moon card here. And because we've got the Six of Cups too, which is about someone from the past. And I kind of feel like there is something uh, that you're unaware of around uh, someone from their past. So I feel like I don't feel the reconciliation vibes with these. I kind of feel like you've been doing your work, you've been working on you, and your life is getting ready to move forward, and your life is getting ready to have things unfold for you. But don't go backward. Don't go backward. Yeah. Yeah, you do have movement of cups. So there will be movement of emotion that's going to happen in your life, but I don't feel it's like with this ex, because I feel like there's like an ex in their life that they've might have been still communicating with, in a way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really feeling forward movement for you, not backward movement, is what's best for your highest experience, Kay. Because you deserve more. You deserve more. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. That's what they have right now. Hey, Crow's Nest, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for your donation. And let's take a look here. So, how does Brandon feel about you? And what will his future actions be towards you in the near future? Will he offer commitment soon? Tick tock, Brandon, tick tock. Let's see here. So, how does he feel about you right now? Okay. A little more on that, please. Okay. All right. And then, what will the future actions be towards you? Okay. And is he going to make what was the other one? Oh, commitment soon. That's right. Commitment. Come on. What's your problem, Brandon? I'm just kidding. All right. Okay. Anything on timing, though? Can you tell me about that? Can you tell me about that? All right. Well. So it does look eventually good, you know. I know. I want to start off with that because when you see these cards, you're going to be, what the heck is this? So he's very conflicted. I mean, his feelings about you, he's got a lot going on in his mind. I mean, he's just this is like his heart at battle in battle with his mind. And I feel like this it doesn't necessarily have to be about you, but these are not feelings. These are thoughts in battle with feelings. Because the moon here, this is like the emotional sword. This is the think. This is all his thinking. And it's because the Saturn energy, the shadow, the devil card, has entered his relationship zone, which is all about I'm going to challenge all your thinking about what a relationship should be and supposed to be, need to be, and have to be, and blah 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 blah. Because and I feel like this is good for you because otherwise they're going to continue to do what they always did in the past, and the relationships are always going to end up how they always did in the past, which we don't want that, right? You're wanting a uh, beautiful, healthy, successful relationship, not the poo poo show that he had before. Um, so, when I was asking, like, well, what are his future actions? I'd like that we have the Four of Swords because this is him. This is peace of mind, which, so after all of this, all this mental activity, it settles here into peace of mind. He's cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve relationship anymore. And he's resting here, which is good. I like to see that because it also shows that he he's feeling his feels. The Five of Cups usually has three cups that are spilt and two cups behind, and it is about it's important for him to feel the feels that he stuffed down on the past relationship stuff. And I feel like that's what's going on with all that Saturn stuff too. The devil card poking in and making him feel, bringing up those the emotional baggage that you want cleared out, right? You're like, what is that stinky smell in the trunk? And goes, that's my emotional baggage. And it's like, that needs to go. If I'm going to be in this car with you, this relationship car, that stinky stuff in the trunk needs to go. And that's what he's doing. He's getting rid of the stinky stuff in in his in there. Then they turn around and there's the Two of Cups, which the Two of Cups is the relationship that you're wanting, and turns around. And he's also working with all of this, he's working on his relation of his worth in relation to the outside world. So he's really figuring out all the stuff that was his to deal with and all the stuff that wasn't about him at all. It was about the other person's insecurities that they were on him. And so he's really working on his self-esteem and his own self-love and building all this. I really, really like this for you because You don't want a fixer-upper, you want the self-fixer-upper, right? You want them to fix themselves, not, feel like you have to, which we can never do anyway, you know? It's like, "You know how much money you're gonna have to put into that to make that livable?" But, they are doing the fixing, which is good, which I like, because once they really look into these, uh, fiery type of interactions they have with their worth, and they're transforming it, then the wheel of fortune kicks in, and then this is where things are turning. This is where the future actions kick in for the, commitment, for the, moving into it. Don't feel like it's like super, super soon though, because um, things do take a change here. The Three of Wands is a change of the energy, and we have the heart. Yeah, the Heart of Wands, the Queen of Wands, really stepping into their power. So I like this because this means things do change pace and do change direction. We like to see fire with all that. And I don't feel like with all of these, I don't feel like it's a change of direction away from. It's like a change of direction within the relationship, especially with the Wheel of Fortune coming before it, uh, is telling you that things are turning in your favor. It is with the Wheel of Fortune is sooner than later, but it's with all the stuff that they've been working on here. I feel like it hasn't. It's like it hasn't been a short time that they've been doing this, but I feel like it's been intensified recently with the Saturn card coming in here. So I feel like there's something that happened in their life really made them think seriously about I got to clean out this stuff. So I don't know. Did you light a fire under their butt or something? Because they something did where they are just like, you know what? I'm looking at this stuff and they're right. I know in one of my relationships, I was pretty insecure just because I had I think was this number 3? Number 3? Yeah, number 3. The first couple, and then my life growing up and everything, I just had some mistrust issues, and they told me, "I'm not gonna put up with your insecurities. I'm not the person that did any of these things to you. So you better go to cancer and get it taken care of, or we're not gonna make it." And I'm like, and it took that, and I went, and I learned so much about me. It was great. But that's, what I have. They soon sooner than later, you know, but while you're waiting, what do we do while we're waiting? We talk about it on my channel here. Whenever we have a pause, whether it's waiting for a job to open up or a relationship or whatever it may be, when we're in pause mode, we turn inward and we look into, you know, our um, our self-love, because we can't love others more than we love ourselves or receive love from others more than we love ourselves. So the more we expand our self-love, the more love exchange we can have. Real good. Maybe it's just his. It maybe that's what I love about doing astrology and doing birth charts. I'm learning more and more about them. But when Saturn enters a certain house of ours, like if they move into the house of relationship, Saturn energy just goes bam, 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 just shakes it all up. So that could be what's happening too. Yeah, absolutely. And it's a benefit for you too. You're like, because I don't want to deal with all that. Get that stuff taken care of. But something did spawn it, which is good. Um, but I like that for you, grossness. So thanks for having a sense of humor. And definitely appreciate your donation. Thank you so much again. All right. So we will continue moving down the free list. We are to Doll Face Diva. Excuse me. So, Dollface Diva, will you have a stable relationship next year? Let's take a look here. You got the Ace of Pentacles, which means there is an opportunity opening up for a stable relationship. You also have the Ace of Swords, which is about cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. You also have the Knight, the movement of Swords. So it can be, this is also new communication coming in, but also the cutting away of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. It's all about uh, changing our vibration, cutting away more and more and more of our small t small t truths, which are rooted, those beliefs we have about losing conditional love. So we do cut more away of those things, but I also feel like it's a dual message of movement and action of communication that comes in. Let me see, what type of relationship is this? Did you want a romantic relationship? Oh, okay. Well, you got the Wheel of Fortune coming in. So you definitely, again, more sooner than later, and this is turning for you, um, for your fortune. It's fortunate for you. Let me see what we got here. Yeah. So sorry. So you are continuing to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that were making you feel restricted and trapped and small. And the Hierophant here, in addition to being commitment, so I your restrictions around what a commitment, what a relationship actually is here. But also this is about getting into your truths and do that. But overall, you do have the 10 of Cups, so very positive outcomes with these two coming in together, especially. Definitely, it would be a yes, yes, yes. So I like it, and so we'll see what happens. So that's what they have for you, Dollface Divas. So many blessings for you. All right, Esther E, you're the next free reading coming up here. Let me just double check. All right, very good. So, will you be attracted to your lover in general reading? Okay. Well, I sure hope so, Esther. Otherwise, you just say no. But we'll take a look here. Will you be attracted to your lover? Wow, this Wheel of Fortune is coming out so much, and I shuffle. So this is great. This is I mean, you feel like your life is fortunate. So that would mean a yes on attraction, and looks like good things coming in here for a general read for you too. Yeah, look at more thoughts and changes of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets coming in. More communication. Again, it's like the message for today is, well, we did enter the Mercury retrograde too, which is review, slice away, reflect on things that can go. In fact, that's what this if you look at the this week's weekly energy update that I posted the playlist down there. It's I think the question was, what is it? Yeah, what self-talk and communication around worth, life, purpose, and career is it helpful to revisit? So it is all about revisiting during this retrograde. See anything else? Yeah, so looking at your worth in relation to the outside world is an important piece of this, because this can mean a belief you have around lack, and we focus, we're taught a lot as humans to focus on what's missing out of our life, what we feel is lacking, but we don't realize that when we're taught that we expand that and grow it in our life with our energy instead of focusing on what we're grateful for, and really looking into the fears we have around not getting things yet. Because here you have the 10 of Pentacles coming in, which is about abundance and worth. So I like it. So things are a changing here. Get ready though, because it is sooner than later that Wheel of Fortune wheel does switch for you. So, but I like it. I like it. So that's what they have for you, Esther. So many blessings for you. All right, Carla, you're the next free reading coming up. And what does N think and feel about you? All right, let's take a look here. So, what does N think and feel about you? A little clarification there. Said a little, not like 10 cards. Okay. Okay. Well, I do like this for you because it's like this is them walking away from their old emotions that no longer, um, you know, fit their path and that they no longer need, and they're headed off to the wish fulfillment card, which we've got the 4 of Wands, which this is a actually like a it's a joy and celebration, but can be a marriage card too. So I feel like there's this, they're leaving behind emotions that no longer serve them because they want to move towards, a commitment, a marriage type of you know, expression in their life. And I do feel like they've had with the judgment card with double endings and double new beginnings. I feel like they really have ended things and they've gone through this transformation um, throughout this process, which they've done a lot of hard work. And this is them moving forward in the physical world, which could mean moving forward in a relationship, job, and different things. But since we're talking about their feelings for you, I feel like they've really transformed things and they're wanting to have action and make movement because then you also have the Chariot card, which would be a victory card, also movement. It's one of the big movement cards because they're moving. The Chariot is like usually moving very fast, and the Innocence of Pentacles is like new opportunities opening up in the outside world for you too. So movement in the outside world, movement in the outside world, and movement of emotion. So it seems like here with all of this that they really have gone through a transformation themselves, and there's going to be movement in regards towards their feelings towards you and expression of their feelings towards you, telling you what they really want. Let me see if there's anything else here. Yeah. Yeah, because this is like what I feel like this is what they had in the past going on with all this the the 7 of Wands was like feeling attacked a lot, and the 5 of Wands, excuse me, which is like a firestorm, and all this they wanted recognition, they weren't getting it, and so all that was all of this. It just feels like a firestorm or some other kind of storm, but there's been some significant removal of things out of their life to make space for things, and so that's what I feel like there's been a really big clearing out. So I am seeing positive things for this. It seems like they've had a lot of drama that just got obliterated out of their life. Like I feel like some of it was conscious choices of they just, but I feel like they're ready for something solid. That 4 of Wands is also stable energy in addition to like relationship, marriage type stuff. So I like it for you, Carla. So buckle up. I think something's about to happen. All right. So that is what they have. So we'll continue moving down the list. And Valverde, you are the next up. So you're just curious who secretly likes you or is into you. Well, it's a secret. It's a secret. We'll see if does Spirit want you to know the secret? Ha ha ha. We will find out here. So, do you want Valverde to know who secretly likes or is attracted or into my work? Okay. Okay. I guess they do want you to know. Okay. Anything else besides that? No. So they're gonna give you just enough because they do show that there is interest. So that definitely is an indicator. There is movement of pentacles, which is slow moving, which means you're not going to find out for a while. They're not going to get brave enough yet. And as an idea of like who it is, and it's not really that they're not brave enough. I feel like they're just taking their time, biding their time because they have the Queen of Wands energy, which they're very intuitive, but they're also very much a go-getter. They walk into a room and brighten it up. They're super focused. So they really stand out. So chances are that you know who this type of person is, but they're just very, you know, uh, well, like I said, they stand out. They are very confident because of their connection with spirit. They will make decisions like this because they trust their gut and their instinct, and they're just and they're just successful because of it. So it's kind of like a rock star type of person that, like in an environment at work, they're going to be a big performer, as far as an achiever, and they get stuff done, and in that type of way. So that's as much as they want to give you right now, but I like that. They're all, yeah, there's this interest, but it's going to be wow. So that's what they have for you, Beverly. So many blessings for you. All right. You are very welcome, Carla. All right. So, Randa, you would like an angel message, your progress, and are you doing the correct things? So, let's take a look here. What do your angels want you to know? All right. Yeah, I do like this about you here because you've got the Heart of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. You are, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. You are nurturing yourself. You're focusing on yourself. You're really working on the emotional confusion, and you're really um, figuring out your emotions. And so this is like the attention that you're giving yourself because you're tired of feeling this way, foggy and lost here. Like because let me see if I can get it to focus. Because the giraffe has their head in the clouds because of all the emotional stuff going on. It which emotional confusion kicks in when we go into our fear mode and our fight or flight mode, and there's just so much going on. We're trying to figure it out, and I love how they're recognizing that you're taking the time for you and focusing on you, and you're looking at leaving emotions behind that no longer serve you. So again, you went from the 7 of Cups, you're moving into the 8 of Cups, leaving behind these emotions that are no longer serving you, which takes you into wish fulfillment eventually, which is where you're wanting to head. And also the Spirit of Wands. So the Spirit of Wands is like the King of Wands, and this is you really understanding your power, really focusing and looking into where you are investing your energy. When we realize that we're focusing on what we feel is missing in our life, or what's in our life that we don't want, or what we're fearing. Did I already say that one? So fearing and what's in there, and you know that type of energy, we just expand it and we grow it. And when we realize we're in that, we're like, whoops, we flip over to what I'm grateful for and what I do want in my life, and focusing on joy and unconditional love and peace and laughter. That expands. And I feel like with that King of Wands, that's really what you're looking at and what you're focusing on. So I do like that, because it's them saying, yes, 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 yes. You are doing things that are helping you, and you're doing the self-nurturing, which is great. And then the 3 of Wands, with this new information, you are changing course, you're changing directions, and so that's all positive things for your adventure. There is no incorrect thing to do, is what they want you to know too, because when we go into the right or wrong, then we are into our judgment, into our fear. And so in the spirit world, when we're asking spirit, what should I do? They're like, what do you want to do? And they're like, well, what's the right thing to do? There's no right or wrong. There's just different. When you do this, like, and when we focus on our fears and what's missing in our life and what we don't want in our life, that's expanding, and it gives us the restriction, and it gives us all the emotions related to fear. It's not wrong, it's just different. When we don't want to feel this way anymore, when we change it to focus on unconditional love, that expands. And then it's different. It feels different. It's joy, peace, and laughter. And it's like, okay, that is a different outcome, is what it is. They don't look at going, you should be happy all the time. They're like, you came down here to ride all these rides, so ride them. But don't feel you're trapped. Unless you want to feel like you're trapped, then enjoy feeling trapped for a while and then realize you're not trapped. So they're very open, and they're just, what experiences do you want? There's no judgment from them, which is such a relief. It's beautiful, unconditional, eternal love that they just are like, what do you want to do next? Let's go. They're all on board. They're fully supportive, and they're going to support us in whatever we want to do. So I like that for you, Rhonda. So that's what they have. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So thank you so much, Francine, for your donation. I have my own podcast on spiritual progression. Isn't that what this is? Even though I just have it intermingled in between readings? Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Francine. So good to see you. Thank you for your donation. Did you have a question you wanted me? Do you have a question that you would like me to answer? Um, while you're typing that, we are at the top of the first hour. So I like to do a public service message, which is perfect with what's happening right now. I go down in order of the readings, the free readings, as first come, first serve. And then when a donation is made, I honor that energy exchange, and I do bump it to the priority, step out of line, complete those, and then go back in line and continue going down in order there as well. I'm going to keep it to 2 hours tonight. It's my goal. It's what my goal was before, and I ended up going 2.5 hours, but I really got a really big check from Spirit going, we need to balance a little more. And so I'm going to try to keep it to 2 hours. So I will be on for about another hour. So that is your public service announcement. We'll now return to the regular scheduled program. All right. All right, Francine. So you want to know, how does your Martin feel towards you in intentions? Ooh, okay, in January. All right, very good. So let's take a look and see what's going on with Martin here. How does he feel towards you? Look at that first, okay. It's like I'm getting all the what is he gonna do cards first, because we've got the movement of pentacles and the 7 of pentacles. 2 of the taking my time and letting things unfold and grow. No rushing here. So I don't feel like there's a rushing of anything when it comes to Martin here in regarding moving forward. Excuse me. All right. Okay. Well, that makes sense now. So he is working on some stuff, which is good. And I'll pull some more cards here in a sec, but yeah, slow motion. But he's working on his he's taking charge of his life here, which I like to see, because the Emperor card means he has passion, he has drive, he's not a slug. He's just moving slowly in the relationship because he's working on himself. Because here's the 10 of the 10 of swords and the 4 of swords. So all these expectations, all these things that he's always been trying to live up to in all the areas of his life, all the supposed tos and shoulds, and trying to make everyone else happy. It's exhausting him. And so he's figuring things out, which I love with the the 10 of swords coming after it, the 4 of swords, because this is the peaceful mind, right? So they are getting into the stability, which the 4, this is a 4. If I can get my shadow out of there. So like the master number 4, and this is like the 4. So these are both stable numbers. And so he's looking at the mental stability and getting those expectations, trying to clear away all this drive to make everyone else happy, sacrificing his own health and his own peace of mind. So I do like that. Yeah, because you got the innocence of swords. So he has the page of swords. The sword is what they're sleeping on here. Here's the cat even sleeping. So he's stepping into his power here, which I really like. And then the innocence of pentacles, the page of pentacles, is him realizing his own worth, and this is the whole process that he's stepping up into. So he's seeing his worth in a different way too, which is why he's standing up to not doing all of that anymore. But I like that he's also just taking his time and doing it and not feeling like he has to um, bend to everyone's expectations on timing of interactions, relationships, and everything else. He's like, you know what? I'm going to be me and I'm going to take my time, I'm going to do things right. And you know, getting my energy back is a huge thing. Yeah. Because then you have Ace of Cups, which is new love. So, um, just takes time to happen is what is coming in there. So that is what they have for you, Francine. So that was, you want to know how he feels and his intentions in January. Phil, it's just continuing kind of how it's happening right now with what I saw there. It's just kind of plunking along, takes time. What's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? The fruit. So just enjoy the process. And I feel like any idea of like when is this going to be a long term? Oh, so it's good. So there is going to be some change that comes in, which is for you. So don't be scared with that one. So there is something that just kind of rattles. Uh, I feel like towards the end of January for him, where they're just like, okay, you know, I've done enough, and so I feel whatever this is just really gets their attention. Whether it's someone really attractive that's around you. I feel like there's something like they're like, okay, it's good enough. I got to act now. If I wait too long, it's going to be gone. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like it eventually something's going to happen where it triggers it. Yeah. Yeah, because they have the naked art. So heart's desire does come in here, and that does have some movement with it too. So I like it, Francine. I feel like there's something. So that makes sense. The little psh, 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 like something happens in his world that causes him to take action in it because it's like something spawns it on his end. So that's what I feel. All right. So thank you so much again, Francine. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. All right, Renee, you're back and you have a general career reading. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. And then Ray, you will be up after that. Thank you so much. All right, Renee, let's take a look here. What's just general about your career? Okay. That one too. Okay. Oh, okay. I like it. Wow. Okay. So I like this. So I'm going to start off with that. So, when you see this, I like it. So, it's going to be for you, right? So, disappointment around career is good for you because it does open up new opportunities that really, really expand for you. So if you have something that doesn't quite work out the way you wanted it to, keep looking and be keep your eyes peeled because it's like with a door closing, it opens up something and you're like, okay, good. And because not only that, these three cards came flying out. So you have the Four of Pentacles, which is like this a solid foundation in the outside world. And you have Innocence of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, which is about opening up in the something new opening up, and the Nine of Pentacles, which is you finding a fulfilling feeling and a fulfillment in the outside world, but you find it independently. You have spirit here with you, so you're never alone in it, but you find this wholeness and this completeness. I mean, all these pentacles. And if that wasn't enough, then you have the King of Pentacles that comes in, which is the ultimate, that's there. And it does happen fast. So this opportunity comes in fast and furious, but it comes in cycle. It takes time to come in, and then when it comes in, it's like out of nowhere. It's like a gazelle leaping across your path. You're like, wow, where did that come from? But it comes in perfect timing with that. So I do like that. So I do like that coming in. So if there's a disappointment, you know that it is going to work out for your highest there. And then I'll get to your second question. Um, okay, so Ray's going to listen later, but let me do it so she knows in order where it was because she probably wrote down timing. So let me do Ray really quick, and then Renee, I will come back and do your second questions there. So should you tell Macon what will happen? Oh, should you tell Megan and what will happen if you do tell her? Okay. Let's take a look here. All right, so is in your highest interest if you do tell Megan, and what will happen if you do? Oh, okay. So should you tell her? I'm like, I feel like they're saying here, there's like a block here right now of you stepping forward and telling her, but I feel like something is going to happen that opens the opportunity for you to do that. So I feel like it's not like there's something blocking you. So until you feel like suddenly like the waters part, and it's like, yeah, and you're like, oh, here it is. Here's the perfect opportunity to tell them. Then you tell them. And so that's what I get from those two cards is like, wait for the timing. You'll know when it is time. So I feel like they are saying it is in your highest interest to tell them, but wait, you're going to know the right time to tell them. And then what will happen if you do? I feel like there's going to be some soul searching that happens with this because we've got the Hierophant, which does talk about, it's called the Sage in here, getting into the capital T truths and understand what it is you truly want, because the Queen of Swords also has this Ace of Swords, which is about connecting to higher truths and understanding what it is you truly want, balancing heart and mind. So there'll be some digging into what someone truly wants. This is going to be a commitment card too, which is interesting because we also have the marriage card that comes after here. So whatever this is, it seems like there's some digging into commitment and digging into what someone wants and what's the truth of their life. What do they truly want to do? Because then there's these that pop in right after that, which is about a change of direction in celebration or marriage or type of thing. So whatever is said there, it does activate some uh, shaking up and them wanting to know, okay, what is it that I really want in life, type of thing. So I'm not sure what this is that you need to tell them, but it's like, wow, okay, it does shake them almost to their core of like, okay, well, what do I want out of life? What do I really want? And there's a change of direction that they make in that. So it seemed like not a coincidence that with the Four of Wands and the Hierophant, these are usually marriage type of cards, that there's a change in their ideas around marriage, possibly, but it does create some emotional confusion um, in the beginning as well, which it seems like this is an important thing that you're wanting to tell them. Yeah. And then there's an ending and a new beginning that comes from it too. So I think that's why they're wanting you to kind of wait and yeah, wait until the perfect timing to talk to them, but you'll know it because it will just be like I said, the waters just part, and you're just like, okay, there's no doubt. This all unfolded here for me to be, you know, talking to them right now. So let me talk to them right now. So that's what they have for you, Ray. So thank you so much again for your donation, and hopefully you have a great night. All right. And I'm glad that you find their messages helpful. Many, many blessings to you. All right. So, Renee, you are up here. So, all right. So, where do you see your love life by May of 2023? All right. So let's see here. So, 2023. So, we've got, I know I don't mean to chuckle when I see cards, but so we've got you know, you have the strength card, which is about, really connecting with our higher self and understanding that the outside world doesn't make us feel whole and complete. And turns us into a hangry, hungry, roaring lion because we're not getting satisfaction in the outside world. So I feel like there's this, you know, interesting unfolding that's going on because you also got the Six of Pentacles, which if you watch my readings a lot, this ends up being the codependency awareness card and being aware of the desire or our drive to overgive in a relationship. And I feel like by May, you're really understanding a lot about this as you're moving toward that. And I feel like this is like a big, I don't know, like a big for some reason I wanted to say it's like the big attraction on your mind. It's like, okay, this is a focus. I really am. This is like in the forefront of your mind, and you do have everything. I chuckled. It was like, but it's all about timing and balance. And we have the Seven of Wands, which is about uh, you know, being having this appearance that you're set apart and up on a hill, and some people don't like it. That's going on here. So, like, as far as like love and love life, it feels like with these going on here, I don't feel like there's like something actively going on at that time. I feel like it's on a pause, and it's just like um, whatever this energy is. It's like, and I mentioned this sometimes where there's like, you have a best friend that hangs out with you, and they are like, "You're not ready for a relationship yet." And so anyone that approaches you, they just boom, they shut them down and they kind of block it. I kind of feel like that's what's going on. They're really having you work on your insights, because I say that too because we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is about things taking time, things are unfolding very slowly, and so there's this pausing that's going on there. Um, and then I think, Rhonda, you just mentioned the giraffe and the cloud showed themselves again, just as Rhonda, you mentioned the giraffes in the clouds. But, yes, yes, Whitney, that's what I was trying to say. I just don't know if I can say that on YouTube. But yeah, so it's figuring out things. It's figuring out things, and you're learning to focus your energy. So I just feel like whatever is happening, I mean, that's where it is by May. Let me see. Is there a relationship that triggers this during this time? Let me just check that real quick here. No, it looks like you're working on your heart here. So you are having your heart is majorly trying to balance itself and in pursuit of really understanding itself. So I almost feel like that there's like a couple of I'm gonna call them false starts, where they sorry, I just saw you guys laughing. So where it's like "Oh, this person is nice, and, oh, yeah, I'll have coffee with you," and you're just sitting there, you're going, "Oh my god, what is happening here?" Because who they presented themselves to be, you're like, "What why didn't I see this?" And I think it's like, just these mirrors that are happening for you. So, but no, I love it, Whitney, don't apologize. I was hoping you guys are picking up what I was trying to put down there because I was trying to find a nice way to say it. But yeah, that's exactly it. It's like spirit is like blocking. You're like, what? But it's for you, Renee. It is for you. Um, which, as fast as time is going, it's going to be here before long. And then let's say June. Yay! So June, you have new birth, you have abundance. So May, by May, you're going through all this, but it's all for a reason, because June is a big month for you. So it's like you start off June, well, not start off, but in June, you see the fruition of everything that you've been working on and that you've been what's been happening. Then you had a yes or no, I think. Yeah. Should you take the hotel job over the media job? So is the hotel job your highest? Yeah, I would say yes, because the Page of Cups, then of Cups, is about emotional abundance, emotional excitement, newness. So it seems like an exciting opportunity over the media, over the media job. Yeah. All right. Very good. So I think that is everything right now. Oh, actually, Francine, thank you for your second donation. And let's take a look here at your general career reading in January, February. And is it in New York or Florida? All right, let's take a look. You're welcome, Renee. High five to you, Rhonda. Psh, 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 psh. Oh, you're so kind. So, Francine, let's see here. Career reading in January, February. So let's let's split it out here. New York, Florida. And so I'm going to pull cards for New York and then for Florida, and we'll see which is what energies come through. And so you can see which one are more in alignment with what you want. So that's New York. And those are Florida. All right. Okay, and Florida. So in New York, your career would be um, this switching, this swirling. I feel like you have a transformation of what may feel like now of competition and like a firestorm. It transforms into something more where it feels equal. It feels like this, where it's like a relationship. This isn't like you find love at work, that would be, like, oh well, I'm staying there. But this is more that you feel like there's this partnership that you end up with at work, and maybe like a really close coworker, um, and nothing romantic or anything like that. Just a very supportive environment that starts off feeling like competition and conflict, but it ends up, doing that. And then the Six of Swords here, the Six of Swords is a change of thought and belief. It moves from rocky waters to calmer waters too. So January, February, it feels like whatever maybe starts off feeling rocky, it does smooth its way out, and your thoughts and beliefs around it do change. So that's New York. And then Florida Florida feels like exciting and fresh. It's like a rebirth right here. It's like double endings and double new beginnings. Mother nature, mother nurture. It feels very, even with the innocence of wands, the page of wands. So it's new excitement, new passion, new inspiration, new birth, transformation. And so it feels very freeing here too. So um, those are the different types of energies there. And regardless of where you choose, you are abundant in either case, because the Six of Pentacles, when we're talking about job, career, it's you have enough for yourself, and you have extra to give to others too. So it shows that in either case, whichever one you choose, you do have success. Both of them feel like you put a lot of effort in, and I just feel like you give it all anyway. You give all the gusto that comes in there. So um, you're like, oh yeah, I'm used to that. I'm used to giving 150%. So it does show that you do invest a lot of energy into that, and yeah. And you have the movement of wands. So you do have stuff, the changes, trusting that whatever is moved in and out of your life during this time is happening for you. And things happen fast, fast, fast too. I mean, lightning bolt, things come in, things go out. And so there is a lot of energy that's invested and it happens. But whenever things are being, changes are coming within your career, just realize that it's always unfolding for you, and it's not happening to you, and that just allows things to unfold there. So I do like that. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for, regarding those things. I feel like it's a choice for you though, in most of the case in which where you're gonna be in New York or Florida. I really feel like that's in your hands. That's why they're giving you a choice between the two, and that either place is going to give you what you're looking for to learn and glean from. But there are some significant things outside of your control that will happen with that um, tower, where things will be removed out of your life to clear paths and clear ways, and also things brought into your life on purpose for a purpose too. So that is what they have for you, Francine. So I'm excited. Shake and movement, movement. Here we go. Yeah, it's one of my favorite decks. In fact, it's getting a little worn. I'm like, oh, better be more gentle with it. Hey, Fatima. Yeah, these I do have free readings, and it's a good time to mention this too. I'm only going to be on for about 30 more minutes, and so what I do is for the free readings, I start at the very top and I work my way down in order. But when someone makes a donation, I honor that energy exchange and I step out of order, complete those, and step back in order and continue going down the list. I'm on about 2 hours, which the great news is this starts my long, busy weekend because I'm on every night, of course, but also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm on at 11 a.m. Mountain Time in the morning. So Thursday starts I'm here one, two, do, like, you know, seven, was that seven readings in a short period of time. So that is what we have there. Okay, you can understand. Okay, very good. So that is for everyone anyway, because there's a lot of people that have come in since I mentioned it last time. So, all right. So, Renee, you are the next donation up. And let's take a look here. All right. There it is. Last one. Oh, I'm so glad, Rhonda. Wow. Thank you so much. So, Renee, how does Kay view the connection? Does he wish he'd done things differently? All right. Last one. Okay. Mm. It's funny. So sometimes he feels like, yeah, I took control. I did this, like the connection he feels is like, I feel like I'm in control of this, and this is going to make my wishes come true. This is a wish fulfillment card. This is going to make me feel emotionally whole. And so he thinks of that. But then and I don't know if this is because of your reactions, but it feels like yeah, yeah, it's like they think they're doing things really, really well, but then something happens here, and then there you got the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, which then puts them into they're going back and forth between things in their head of they're like, wow, I don't know if I really did it as you know amazing as I thought I did. And so I feel like they had a false sense of self, and then reality kicked in, and they're just like, "Oh, wow." So I feel like they wish they would have done probably things differently, but ultimately, I feel like this is like Leo energy, which is about in this case, with the combination of these, they just feel like they are, this uh, ego, like I am the sun. Oh no, I got this. Oh no, yeah, and it's like they go back to feeling themselves. So I feel like they go from this to back to this, and they just keep going back and forth between those things. Um, but I feel like they're not someone who does a ton of uh, past reflection. I feel like with all this energy, they move forward, they move forward, they move forward, they move forward, and that uh, they're just like, oh well, okay, moving forward. It's all about me anyway. That's kind of I feel like they have that type of maturity, that type of energy about them. So they're like, oh yeah, it's the best thing because it involves me, and they're like, what happened? Why are they acting the way they are? Oh well, it's not my problem. Boo, I kind of feel like that's their type of energy. So hopefully that resonates, Renee. But I'm like, yeah, psh, moving on, moving on. But that's what they have there. Right. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much, Renee, for all your donations. I definitely appreciate you so much. So thank you. All right. So, Michaela, thank you for your donation as well. And so I'm so glad for you, Rhonda. Yeah. Double high five. So rest well. We'll see you again soon. I'm so glad you are part of my soul family. So you take care. We'll see you soon. All right. So, Michael, what will happen with you and Teresa? Will your current situation get better? Right, Francine? Florida. Well, I don't know. You might double check. I know they're very expensive, at least in the auto insurance. When I worked in the auto insurance industry, oh my God, Florida was just like crazy, crazy. Hurricanes. All right. So, Michael, we are focusing on you. What will happen with you and Teresa? Let's take a look here. Will your current situation get better? Okay. We're actually going to switch up cards here to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Okay. All right. Well, I do see here, Michael, that there is going to be a change of direction that's coming up here for you and Teresa. Because the Three of Wands is like with new information, new awareness. It's like if you're headed this direction and then you kind of do this thing here. And it's okay. It's like this is you choosing the change of direction. It's not that it's happening to you, it's that you are the one deciding to change directions. The Emperor is about finding stability in your life and action. It's Aries energy where you're like wanting to do this. I mean, you got a lot of fire going on here because you got the wands, the Aries energy, and the Ten of Wands. So it's like I feel like you're just gonna feel like the burden that you're carrying. You can see all the wands that they're carrying, a lot of energy that you've been investing. And I feel like it just gets to a point where you just can't keep things going the way it is because the 10 is an ending and a new beginning. And so you do make this adjustment of what you want to do and where you want to head. Um, so it's just like the way it is, it's like the way it is now, it just you can't continue. You either have to take it to a whole new level or it has to exit. It's like it's one or the other. It's and you do decide to change directions. Let me see what we got here. Because you want to know, will the situation get better? There seems to be, with the Three of Swords and the Hierophant can be commitment and also getting into your truths, what you are really wanting. The Three of Swords is the expectations equal disappointment. It's the heartbreak when we're expecting something and it just doesn't turn out the way that we want it to, but it turns us inward and it has us really question our commitment. What is it that I really want? And you can even see the little star on here is what is this? The star is your dream. What is your true dream? In fact, you even have the star card come up, which is a wish fulfillment. If you could have your dreams come true, what is it truly that it would be? Not what you've been told with all these small t truths, which are all the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets and opinions we've had all our lives around. This is who you're supposed to be. That's who they're supposed to be. This is what a relationship is supposed to be. What do you truly want? What is it? Not trying to please anyone else, but this is your life. What do you want from it? And I feel like this is what is popping up here is like, okay, things aren't unfolding the way that we were told they're supposed to. So you're like getting real with yourself here and going, what is it? What is it that I truly want? Because you have like the Five of Pentacles here, which I'm sorry, the swords, which are thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets. Let me see if I can get it to maybe there it goes. You can kind of see someone's underneath these swords down here. So these are those Three of Swords, those that make us feel trapped, make us feel like we're, not able to get anywhere, and so someone's standing there with all of their expectations and we're feeling trapped by it possibly, you know, um, and so there's this conflict of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, which, is what, triggers, these, types of things. So you do have the Ten of Pentacles that comes in here, which is ultimately there is happiness in your outside world. Doesn't necessarily mean, because that was kind of like with everything else after everything that I've just said. So it's like things do get better for you in your current situation, but better for you is up to you what that means. Because if you're feeling like you're trapped and under all this pressure, escaping from that might be the best thing for you, right? It might be like that's the better for me in the long run when you really understand what is it that you truly want on the inside. Now, if on the inside it's like it's absolutely this is what I want and I know this is what I want beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's not out of fear of losing conditional love. It's really what I want my life to be and I want to be with this person. Then it's like it can't stay the way it is. It either needs to go up or out. And that's what is coming through here. So it's almost like you have to either go all in or get out, one of the two. And that's what the energy is coming through on that. So that's what they have for you, Michael. So thank you again so much for your donation and many blessings for you. All right. Hey, Shamika. So you are up next for the next donated reading. So thank you for your donation. You want to know, is Margarita and Rosemary still sending negative energy at you? Okay, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know around that. All right. Well, I do like this for you because one, you have the Power card here. And so here you are sitting between these four castles. If it'll, there it goes. See all that magic that's in your hands there? Well, it did focus for a second. There it goes. So all that magic that's in there. Four of Pentacles is a very solid foundation in the outside world. So what Spirit is showing you with that is that no one has people can send negative energy towards you all day long, and it it um it doesn't have to impact you because you're the one that gets to decide uh, each moment what it's full of. It's like a vampire coming to your door. I say this sometimes when we talk about people cursing us or sending negative energy, whatever. Yeah, people can make it easier or harder for us to choose love or fear, but we get to be the ones, we have the power to choose what it means. And so like a spirit showed me a vampire coming to door in this example. They um have to get permission from us to enter our home, you know. And so there's a knock and we look through the little, peephole, and it's a vampire. And we can at that point just go, "Psh, bye, never mind, not even respond to it. Or we can open the door and the vampire can go, invite me in. And you're like, okay. And we invite him in, and then we become their blood bag, their lunch, right? Or we can be like, no, it's okay, and slam the door. Or, another scenario that they showed me was we stand there and they're like, well, if you won't invite me in, then here's two blood bags. You need to give me blood. And they throw them in. And if we're like, what? And they're like, that's the rules. And they show us the little piece of paper that says on it in their handwriting, if you don't do this, this is what you have to do. And we're like, okay, we believe it. We go and we give 2 pints of blood and we hand it to them, and they take a straw and drink all that energy we just gave them. They throw the bags back and go, "Okay, I need 2 more." At any moment, we can go, "What am I doing?" And, throw the bags back at 'em and slam the door. We're the ones that hold the power in that, and that's why I feel like the power card came out for you, showing you your magic and your power. You also have the Eight of Cups, which is a great card to get with that question too, because this is you leaving behind old emotions that don't serve you. You're walking away from it and you're headed toward the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. You're not investing your emotional energy in any of that stuff anymore. It served its purpose to allow you to feel what it might feel like to be at the whim of someone else's power, maybe, and be influenced by it and feel like other people control your emotional choices and what story you put to things. But you're realizing your power of who you are, because you even have this judgment card here, which is your higher self calling your human self to this higher place, realizing who you really are. You're so much more than this human character you're playing. You're this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being who's made of unconditional love. So, a beautiful, beautiful power that's coming in here. Um, I don't know here. Let me see here if they knew what they were trying to do. Let's see here. Well, with these cards here, you've got the death and the rebirth and the peace of mind and the, circles going here, which is failure. I feel like um, I don't feel like they really know or care, really. They're just like doing their own thing, resting, doing their own rebirthing and doing their own journeys. I just feel like they are off in their own little worlds because here's them going in circles. This person's just, passed out, and this one's all about consumed with their own life, is what I feel. So, and that's generally what people are doing. Those that try to you know, have negative energy or have people believe that they can do things, it's because they feel very insecure and scared on the inside. And so their life is all about them. This is all they see is themselves, not, others. So I don't feel like they care. I just think they're just like, it's all about us. They just want attention. That's what they're doing is they're trying to get people to give them attention, no matter if it's negative attention or positive attention. It's they're a vampire. They're trying to get blood. they'll try to get it any way they can, and but people don't have to invite them in, and that's the whole thing is you don't need to invite them in. So that's what's coming through there. All right. So that's what they have for you, Shamika. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Remember your power, your power. All right. So I think that was all the donations. And so I'll zip back up and I'm only going to be on for about 10 more minutes. Let me see, where did I leave off here? Now's the time if you do want me to prioritize a reading. If you make a donation of any kind, I do prioritize those. I'll make sure I complete them in this session. But for the free readings, I'm not going to get all the way down. Oh, thank you, New Moon. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So you were going to be the next one. Thank you so much. All right. So New Moon, you are the next free reading. So how does T the Libra feel about you? Is he the one for you? All right, let's take a look here. I'm gonna say, is he the one for you that you're gonna end up with here? Because then we don't care what he thinks, right? I'm just kidding. All right. All right, and let's see, what does he think about you? All right. Well, I do like these types of cards coming in here. I mean, one, we got the Seven of Cups, which normally is like an emotional confusion card, but this one's a little different. This one is about so much emotion that's swimming around. And the universe card is a very much a victory and an ending of old cycles. They're ready to leave old things behind because they like what they're experiencing, so many emotions with you. Four of Cups too, bored of the old love and this new love that's being offered, and Six of Swords, ending of old ways of thinking about things and moving into new ones as well. So movement, 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 and especially these two cards here really show some nice emotional interest. We'll say it that way. And is he the one for you? You know, we've got the the new passion and the lot of energy and a lot of, I mean, Eight of Wands is like a lot of passion, a lot of energy. So there's a lot of passion there, a lot of fire with them. So even though they're a Libra, I feel like there's a lot of fire in their chart, a lot of passion, because this, all of these coming in together is someone that's very, very strong willed and very passionate individual. They usually take control of things and move forward and stability and type. And I kind of feel like because we got both the prince and the princess of swords, that this is like divine counterparts, and I really feel like, especially with these being air signs, with them being an air sign, that this is this a beautiful match. It's very compatible with what is coming in here. So I feel like that is leaning to a yes, that they are definitely someone that is to be there. I didn't get this big overwhelming feeling though, like um he's the final one for you, because it just didn't come through in this with all of this. There's like a lot of activity and a lot of passion, but I didn't get like uh love. I got passion and excitement, and when the thing that happens with that though is that can fizzle out, right? So I just feel like there's a lot of just a lot of passion. I keep on hearing that word, uh, but definitely they are like, and if you've watched my pick a card where I talk about soulmate, soul partner, and twin flame, this is more of a soulmate who feels more of like a stepping stone toward a soul partner that you end up being with the rest of your life. But there is significant counterpart type of relationship that's designed for you to learn from and interact with, but I don't feel like it's like forever and ever. Amen. So that's what they have for you, new moon. So I'm sorry. Oh, you're a Gemini. Well, that makes sense. So yeah. But it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy it, because you are to learn from it, right? So, but that's what they have. So many blessings. I know. When I signed up for this, I was like, you know what? You're going to have to, are you going to give people what they want to hear, or are you going to give them what we want you to tell them? And I'm like, can I do both? They're like, no. Darn. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. So I don't see any other donations. So we'll move on to the next free one. And Divine Light, Happy New Year. What messages do angels have for you? Let's take a look here. All right. So it does look like you have some nice balancing going on here with higher truth. So you got the Queen of Swords, who wields the Ace of Swords, and the Justice card, which has the Ace of Swords there too. So it looks like you've been having this experience of really looking at your different areas of your life, like fears of losing conditional love, and what it feels like things have been just rocked in different areas to bring things to your face a bit, because you have the Six of Wands, which one is spirit going, kudos, recognition for everything that you've been doing your inner work on. You've been questioning thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about things, and really clearing out things. It's like you've been doing spring cleaning of thoughts and beliefs around things. And so they're like definitely giving you this recognition and letting you know about that your progress and the victory that you've had around it. They are definitely mentioning that, because it is going to be opening up here. You have the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, which does say that this is going to open up new things coming into your life in the near future. So some of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that may have restricted things in your life, whether it's relationship or job or body or possessions or finances, whatever it was, where there was like some strong rules in your life around, you've really moved them back to where something like, if you have a blinder here and there's something here, I can't see that. But as that opens up more, I'm like, oh, what's that? And you get to see it, and it brings in this new opportunity where you didn't have an opportunity before. So a high five from your angels about doing what you've been doing with questioning, doing your inner work, and you're about to see the benefits roll out into the outside world. So they're all high five to you. So that's what they have for you, Divine Light. So many blessings. All right. So we are getting, yay, you're very welcome. All right. And so let me take a look here. All right. So self-love, ancestral message. Let's take a look here. Let's see what they have for you here. And I'm like right at 2 hours. I know I start like 5 minutes early, so I will go to 9 o'clock, which will give us 5 more minutes. But that'll be the final. So if you do want me to complete your reading in your way down the list gets very long very fast. And I'm going to try some different things in 2023, like a speed round, where it's a one card reading so I can get through as many people as I can, but I want them to be with content too, which is always the challenge, right? So, your ancestral message. All right. So it's interesting here because you got the justice and the strength card, which in a lot of decks, the justice card is number 11 and the strength card is number 8. These are interchangeable. So it's like they're wanting you to know that we wanted you to get the message. And so we gave you both cards for it, which the strength card is about you connecting to your higher self, to your ancestors, and really seeing and receiving the love that you've been really searching for, because the outside world, which was what the wolf discovers, is fickle, it's unstable. The love, the conditional love we get from human characters, it ends, right? It's people change, or people pass away, or people leave. Also, situations we're told are supposed to make us happy, they never stay the same. And things and possessions, all that kind of stuff, break down, deteriorate, stolen. So we end up turning inward and upward, and we find an amazing love. And your ancestors want you to know that there's such a big group that you have within that is so amazing, that you can turn to, which brings you kind of to this justice card too, which we have. The Ace of Swords allows us to see that we balance things out in life. There's these two sides, which you also have with the Four of Swords, because it's usually three swords and you're sleeping on the Ace of Swords. So both of these kind of reinforce one another too, that you have these thoughts and these beliefs around life, all these small t truths, all these opinions. You've been inundated your entire life on who are you supposed to be, who you should be, need to be, have to be, must be. So much pressure on all performance and relationship and personality and looks. And I mean, the list is endless and it gets exhausting. And that's what eventually turns us inward to howl at the moon, because all those outside things that have all those rules around it just end up being so disappointing, and so that we turn inward because there's nothing of support and nothing to anchor us in the outside world that's stable. Then we finally turn inward and upward, and our ancestors and your guardian angels and spirit guides and loved ones went to the other side. And whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are, they're like, "We got you. We're here. We're always around you. We love you unconditionally. Nothing you can do to gain any more of it. You have it all, and nothing you can do to lose it. There's not one condition. It's eternal. It never ends. You are constantly loved and supported, and we're here to help you on this journey." And as you fill up with that on the inside, it overflows out to the world, and you start to see, instead of becoming this howling wolf where everything seems to be um, falling short because we're looking for that to fulfill us and it can't. Once we find fulfillment from within, then everything on the outside changes from falling short to being above and beyond in abundance. There's I call it the spice cake mantra, which is what Spirit developed with me over time because it helps put things into perspective, which says, I am my own spice cake. And you can have whatever cake or treat you want to be, but I am my own spice cake. And the frosting on top of the spice cake is the love of my family and my friends. And the cherry on top the frosting on top the spice cake are my accomplishments in life. And the whipped topping on top of the cherry, on top of the frosting, on top of the spice cake are my intimate relationships. And so it puts it in perspective of, I am full, everything else is extra. And even if I don't have, this intimate relationships or accomplishments in the outside world, and if all my family and friends were, because that's the only way they'd stop loving me on this physical plane, even without all that, that's to be one awesome freaking spice cake. And so that's the mantra that can help put things um, in like this beautiful order of importance in our life. So that's what they have for you, self-love. So many, many blessings to you. All right, everybody. Well, I am at 2 hours, so I don't see any other donations. So we are going to close out the session for tonight. If you are needing a reading right now and you need answers, I do have a ton of free content that I put out. If you go to my Brother Zen Mystic Tarot main page, just click on my name, it'll go over there. A lot of playlists, pick a card readings, weekly energy updates, monthly readings, solstice readings. There's just like a ton. Just follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to the video that has messages for you. They're smart that way. I also will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, which is in about what, 15 hours, I think. What, 11 plus, oh no, 14 hours, because it's almost 9. So 9 plus 3 is 12, and 3 plus 11 is 14. I'm good at maths. So that we have that, and then of course Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning at 11 a.m., and then every night at 7 p.m. Mountain. And don't forget to check out the giveaway playlist at the very top. There's a video on how you can sign up to win the last of the 30-minute free personal recorded readings I've been giving out every week for about 2.5, 3 months now. What else? What else? Oh, I also offer personal readings on a sliding price scale. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. So again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love, and thank you for being part of sending that beautiful tsunami of love to the world. So please know, as you go out throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So till we see each other again, have a great night or a great day wherever you're out in the world, and we will see you soon. Until then, you take care of yourselves. All right. Much love.